Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Good morning. And look, it ain't raining no more in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. The sun's actually out. I mean, it's been crazy how much rain we've had. You know, there was a scene in Forrest Gump where he said one day it started raining and didn't stop for a month. That was us. So yeah, we got some sun out today, which is amazing. Hadn't seen that in a while. So yeah, it's good. So hope everybody had a great Memorial Day holiday with your families. We're back here on a beautiful Monday morning. The boys, you know, business has definitely gotten better. Definitely been a lot more campers flowing through here in the last couple weeks than we saw the beginning of the year. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a little bit of a change. You know, business wise, it's just kind of bad because we're a little bit behind the 8 ball as far as like how slow things were from January, February, March. But you know, a lot of the people I talk to are kind of dealing with the same situation. We're all a little bit behind the 8 ball. So hopefully things are things are moving now. So hopefully they'll keep on and we'll keep doing what we're doing. But thanks. Glad y'all are back. I appreciate all the, man, I get so many comments from you guys about watching, and you guys call me, and I appreciate that. I like talking to everybody who calls me. So definitely enjoy all the phone calls that I get. It's good to hear. It's good to hear from a lot of people. So yes. So the boys have quite a bit on their plate. Mr. Lewis has got 3 basement airs. He's got one in there right now that just needs she just wanted to have it checked out. The outdoor coil was all mashed up, looked like somebody had gotten into it. So he's cleaning on that. I'm a little bit late getting my video started this morning because I had to run errands first thing this morning. They're needing wood, and I had to go get Mr. Lewis some capacitors, and so I've been running a little bit this morning, and like literally from the get-go. So I just now got around to doing my first video. So we're gonna go in there and see what Mr. Lewis has got. Here's another project that's on the list this week. Look at this old single axle Prevost. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I got to put an Air Force One air tank and attachment on it so he can tow his Jeep with it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Beautiful on the inside. We get a little bit further into it, I'll take you all inside and let you see what's in there. That one here, having the refrigerator tested. So that's where that's at on that. But yeah, I think you ended up pulling that one out, didn't you, Mr. Lewis?
Yes.
So he's got it all pulled out, and like I said, somebody had got in there and gotten a little aggressive with the outdoor coil. So I don't know, how much time did you spend fixing all that?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. So
Looks like new.
So Mr. Lewis has really got a talent for cleaning those coils out. I mean, he can take those things when they're all kind of messed up and rake them out, and yeah, it does. It looks awesome. So
It was completely sealed shut. Every fin was laid over.
completely laid over. So yeah, you got to have airflow in that, or these things don't cool right. So yeah, and he, like I said, he's really become an expert on cleaning those out. So he's got that cleaned out. He takes his little rake tool right there, and yeah, he can clean them things up and make them look awesome, which obviously that one had to have some work. So we're going to get this one going here in a few minutes, and then I'm going to take you back up there and we'll look at some stuff we got going on there. So welcome back. I was back on this Revolution, and you can see, again, they've got everything pretty well taped off. They've been working back here. Let's see if we can go back here and take a look this morning, because we're obviously doing ceiling paneling in this one. So trying to protect everything the best we can. But you can see, let's see if I can get some lights on back here. No, he must have the bus still shut down, but you can see he's got the paneling ready to go in there and be glued. So they're working on that at the moment. And then, like I said, we got the ceiling panel. He's got everything pretty well cleaned up and ready. And then he's got to laminate the material. It's got this real nice leatherish looking material. He's got to laminate that to a paneling board. But that's what he's doing right now. Is he's cutting out. He's actually cutting out. You can see our little glue table we've gotten set up here, and there's the padding that goes on that. They've got their new spray table set up, and then what he's done is he's gone in here and glued the material, because we get this from Worth, glued it to the paneling, and then comes in here with his router and makes all of his. We got this new router with that little bit right there, and he can go in there and make all of his cuts. But yeah. And that's the piece of paneling, or the piece of ceiling panel that came out of the other, that he'll use as a template to cut for his material. And then he'll take and glue all that together. But that's what we've been working on here. He's just trying to get everything trimmed out. And you can see, again, that little router does a good job getting everything trimmed. And then, like I said, this paneling, this is the closest match we found to what the customer had in the bus. So, yeah, just working along here this morning. Next project here in the shop is this big Meridia. Now this one came in yesterday, and it's got a bad compressor one, and it appears that the compressor itself is actually leaking, is what it appears. So we're going to get it all tore down here, get it all cleaned up. It's a pretty clean unit, but Mr. Lewis is going to get it all cleaned up, and then we'll go in here and start looking at what's going on. But yeah, look at them tiny capacitors. Little bitty tiny ones right there. So yeah, but yeah, definitely a locked rotor on compressor one. So we're gonna get it washed up and cleaned, and we'll go from there. All right, so I'm gonna show you something here that we are seeing more and more and more of, and this can potentially be a very costly repair for you guys. And so I want to show this to you because we run into multiples of these, and this will literally ruin the floor in your camper. Let's take a look at this. I've been seeing this on Grand Design products for a while, and this is a bad deal right here, guys. I can tell you, I've dealt with probably 4 so far that have absolutely rotted the floor out. And so with the water station being right here, and they tried to put a little bit of sealant right here, but if this thing sprays a little bit and it's getting water out here, it's getting back up underneath here. And I have seen multiples of these units that have had floors in here that were rotted out. So the way we fix these in the past is we come in here and put a nice piece of anodized aluminum all the way across here, and then we put a piece that comes over this way and then rolls down real nice, and then all of this gets sealed. Yeah, there's not even any sealing around that or around these. You know, this has got to be sealed up, because if your water leaks just a little bit, you've got to get it out of here. And like, there's no sealing around this, none around the screws. So that screw is penetrating this floor, which now is wicking water into this floor. And so we've seen multiples of these that have had problems. So if you've got one of these units, Grand Design, that's like this, I would highly suggest doing something different here, or you're going to be doing something different there. Hey, Mr. Lewis has got this one pressurized. Literally has failed around the compressor. So he'll be changing that one out, and a biflow valve, because obviously trash has gotten through there. So biflow valve and a compressor is what's coming up next on this one. Project here in the shop is this ellipse that came in. Now, I did have a 6537, and this one here had some cancer issues. That whole rack was rotted out. You can see how much rot came out of there. Mr. Lewis and I have actually gone in here and rebuilt. All this was gone and rusted out, so we've actually rebuilt a lot of that. But his 6537, I mean, this thing's got a lot of cancer, and it's got some issues. I mean, it's all been reworked there, and you can see what's going on there, and it just gets worse the more you look. So fortunately, we do have a core, and so, you know, we're just going to swap him out, and then this gives Lewis a chance kind of do the same thing here. You know, we showed you this one where the whole pan was blowed out on it, and he's going through and completely rebuilding that. So you know, we got the ability to do it. So we'll just clean this one up, go through it, change some compressors, update some capacitors, get it back to a good use status, and then it'll be ready to go back out the door. But we're going to take this one for now, and this is going to be the one that's going to go in his. This one here came in over the weekend. That's the one I showed you where it was leaking. The compressor was actually leaking right there. And so Mr. Lewis has got the new compressor in it and just doing the vacuum on it now. Obviously a new biflow valve. But yeah, it's down to 618 or so, 616. So it's just about ready to charge. But yeah, that's what we're working on today. Just getting that cleaned up and ready for the new rack. Up underneath the Prevost bus, you can see we've got our tank mounted right there. And then we had to go in here on that tank and put in, we actually broke the fitting off, so we had to get that out and retap that, and then we put a fitting in right there to get all this work. So we're gonna fire this big rascal up and see what we got. All right, 6537 Mr. Lewis is working on. Indoor fan, compressor 1, no outdoor fan in low. So I'm gonna show you here in just a second. I just switched that over to compressor 2. Okay, compressor 2 just turned on. Outdoor fan in high just came on. So, appears that we have a problem with the outdoor fan in low. Now this is our outdoor fan high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that away. Here's the low, and I'm going to plug this up here. The fan is running. Plug this high one back in. So this is the original control board that was in this, and so obviously the outdoor fan low has got a problem on this board. We verified that by running it right there, and the outdoor fan runs correctly. So this original board has got an issue and will need to be changed out. All right, so the big Tiffin Class A motor coach that we did the AquaHot leak repair on first of the week, they got it installed into the coach, and come to find out, that thing's got mice damage. There's all kinds of stuff that is chewed up in there, water leaking everywhere. We've got some problems. So we stopped on that one. Got some in my eye. We stopped on that one, and Mr. Manny has got to get with the customer and his insurance company, because there's obviously more going on than we're going to be able to do with that. So yeah, a little bit more involved there. This big excursion, let's go in here. They've been working on that for a few minutes, and you can see I've been out of the office a little bit this morning, but I do have on my cousin Eddie, or as I like to say, cousin Gary RV repair shirt. But yeah, I get a lot of comments on that. Let's go in here and see what Mr. Stevens been working on. We're back here in the bathroom. Now this is the one back in the wintertime you saw Mr. Lewis put a ceiling in, but this paneling was bad. And so again, this paneling here, I mean, nobody's got it. And this was the closest thing that we could find. And so he's got the new paneling in, the new strip going down there. It turned out awesome. I mean, it's off a little bit, but I mean, in the world of what we do, sometimes you can't get the original stuff. So this is the challenge you run into while working on RVs, guys. So we got something close, and that's what we got. Now, remember that this was all gone also. And so they've gone in here now and have got the new paneling in, and we've replaced that panel right there. And now they're working on, because you replaced this headliner too, didn't you?
Yeah, we pulled this, had to scoot it back a little bit.
Yeah, new headliner there. So he's getting his headliner put in, and he's working on the T-trim now. So yeah, coming right along. But now that we have a solution for the glue and for the headliner, headliner may not be a problem for us here going forward. But yeah, we'll show you more as we do this, but this is where he's at with this. Well, that's gonna finish us up here this week at Shelburne RV. I was gonna grab cousin Gary, but he is in there helping a customer. It's been a crazy week this week. We've had quite a few campers come in and tons of phone calls, and thank you guys for everybody that's called me from about the Coleman basement airs. I mean, I'm always here to help, and I'm always glad to talk to people, and we've helped a lot of people this week, so it was good hearing from everybody. And thanks for watching. I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, and you guys watch and you comment, and I'm very blessed that you actually take time out of your day and you want to see what we do here at Shelburne RV. So thanks again for hanging out with me this week. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and you know, Cousin Gary, he's working, and that's good. We got to keep him busy some days. But if he was here, he would say this video is Cousin Gary approved. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Thanks.